Night one of the AFL draft saw Tongala boy Harley Reid taken at pick number 1 by the West Coast Eagles. He is a powerful midfielder forward in the mould of Dusty and was given the famous Eagles number 9. The Gold Coast Suns scorched the draft pool, taking our 4 Academy stars and delivering Damien Hardwick an early Christmas present. 29 players were taken on a marathon opening round. Tonight we pick things up with selection number 30. The West Coast Eagles have that, and there is still plenty of talent left on the board. Hello and welcome to Fox Footy's coverage of the draft night 2. A big welcome again to Mick Ablett and Kevin Sheehan. And last night was spectacular. We saw some wonderful emotion from the players that were drafted, and tonight will be much the same.
Yeah, you're right, Sarah. It was a marathon, wasn't it? But I thought it was the best round 1 opening night I've ever seen. I thought it was absolutely remarkable. We had academy selections, we had bidding, we had father-sons, we had trades. It gave us the absolute works and provided a really entertaining and exciting night.
I love the fact that it's life-changing for so many boys, for 29 in fact, and super exciting, celebrated so brilliantly with their friends, and the good news is plenty more of that to come tonight.
Plenty more indeed. Let's have a look at the round 1 selections. Kicked off with Harley Reid going at 1. No surprises there. In fact, the top 10 was reasonably as predicted. Daniel Curtin at number 8 to the Adelaide Crows was the big talking point.
Yeah, I mentioned last night, I know it's strange to say somebody's a steal at pick 8, but I feel this young fella, and I'm going to start calling him the Beast. He is an absolute specimen, Daniel Curtin, and to get down to pick 8, I just thought the Adelaide Crows saw their moment, they made the trade, and they got their man, and he's a very, very talented young man at 197 centimetres and 95 kilos. He's got leadership in spades. Played a bit of footy on Jeb Bolter shifter, so hopefully down the track we get to see those two boys reacquaint themselves in some AFL battles.
And I love the hand that North Melbourne grabbed. Well, they had the 5 choices, but it got the positional groups pretty right, I think. The classy players there at the start, McKercher and Dersma, they're ready to play straight away. And then something for the future, the young ruckman in Goad, the key defender in Dawson, and of course another classy player, that was Hardiman with their 5th choice. So a great balance there across all parts of the ground.
The Kangas really busy, and they need to be if they're going to move up the ladder. We're going to kick things off with a look at the reigning premiers, Collingwood. They've got a great list already. They're looking to add a little bit to it. Harry Demadia and also Giath coming into the side. 2 talented players and 2 great characters.
Yeah, they were. They provided some insight and some entertainment into who they are as people, and we love that. But what they've got there is some outside speed, haven't they? And some real genuine class in blokes that can carry the lines, can really take the game on. And that seems to be Craig McRae's style of football, is to attack, put score on the board. And, geez, there are a couple of beauties that are going to go a long way to helping that. Did the
Gold Coast Suns win the draft of 2023?
Well, they won it by investing in academy maybe a decade ago, and they've got the rewards for that. These boys have been brought up as homegrown players, played some great footy early in the year, of course, for the Suns Academy when they played the Coates Talent League, and then for the Allies. We told the story last night, absolutely wrapped, that they just had to match bids and get all 4 of their boys to their club.
We know it can be so difficult being in the middle part of the AFL, not right at the top, not right at the bottom, and you need to be able to make do with what you've got. What do you make of what the Bombers have been able to do?
Loved it, absolutely loved it. And you talk about it, Sarah, you've got to make things happen, don't you? That's, at the end of the day, when you're in that middle section of the draft, they jumped up, they traded really aggressively to get Nate Caddy, they got their man. I thought that was a master stroke. You get Luamon Lual, who gives you that real polish on the outside, and again, another guy that can run and carry lines and take the game on. And Archie Roberts, daylight robbery. Absolutely great selection, and for a player of his calibre to be sitting there towards the back end of the draft, and again for Essendon to trade into that spot and make that selection, I just thought was very, very smart recruiting.
So the Cats shifter, they sprung the surprise of the night with a local boy coming from nowhere.
Yeah, a couple of surprises. Sean Manners, the other one. He's my story of the night, the 26-year-old, best on the ground in the VFL Grand Final, that gets the chance. 8 years on from when first eligible, he's finally going to get onto a list and looks good enough to play almost straight away. That 26 disposal, 6 goals on a losing side was brilliant for mine. And, yeah, they've got a great hand taken both both those boys tonight from left field, the boy from Barwon Heads as well.
Well, Andrew Mackie and Stephen Wells are the masterminds behind Geelong's list build. Let's head to Marvel Stadium where Ben Waterworth has Stephen with him.
Stephen, another draft done and dusted, and you're quite busy on the second night in the end, weren't you?
Well, we were. We had the 5 picks tonight to take us through to 6 players coming to the club overall, which is an exciting night, but yes, a very busy night.
A lot of mature ages you took tonight, and probably one of the best mature age prospects in the land is Sean Manor, who had a terrific season with Werribee. Talk us through that selection.
Yeah, well, Sean has deserved a chance to be on an AFL list, we think, based on a couple of years of performances or a number of years of performances. But this year it just became evident to us that we wanted him on our list. We think he can make an impact straight away. And certainly by the end of the year, when he played so well in the grand final, it became a bit of a priority for us.
And Mitch Edwards, how happy were you that he was available at 32?
Oh, we were very happy. All the way through the draft, there were a lot of good players for us to choose from at each selection. But when Mitch came through to us, developing young ruckman, a wonderful player that we think is going to really add to our list of developing tools over the coming years.
And Connor O'Sullivan looking pretty good in the number 14 already.
Yeah, Connor's, he fitted into that 14 really well, didn't he? And a big key defender type who's versatile. But to get Connor into the club and get a pick in the second round for that selection, we were very happy.
And Ollie Wiltshire, is he another cat's diamond in the rough for you?
Well, that's the plan, and I hope. Ollie's had a go at the Falcons a couple of years ago, didn't quite make it there, but his skill and football brain on display at Barwon Heads over the last couple of years has been outstanding, and once again he deserves his chance too.
Well, he stays local, and you can enjoy the off-season now, Stephen. Well done.
Thank you very much, Ben. Thank you.